What is going on, everybody? My name is RMisHERO, and today I am back with another video. We're actually doing something that I used to do on this channel a while back when the old hero was a thing. So now I'm back, guys. I'm back. We're gonna be doing an overview video on the brand new banner units, Minato and Kushina. So we actually also have their PvP stats and everything like that. So that's probably gonna be the main point of this video. I will be going over their stats and everything, but you know, the PvP is where it's probably gonna be at. Alright, so we're gonna be looking at the Minato and the Kushina. They are on a trap banner, but you know, it's a one-of-a-time banner. So if you guys are interested in the collection purposes and want to know if they are any good or anything, this is the video for you. Leave a like. Can we get 100 likes for the return of overview videos? But anyways, let's look into it. Alright, so Minato, Flash of Dawn, wisdom unit, 50 cost, so he does go under 28 if you get enough dupes. He is a short range unit with HP ranging at 1780 and attack at 1916. His field skill boosts attack of bravery units by 150 to 300, so that is a pretty good buddy and field skill. The 300 is pretty insane. I think that's like one of the higher attack boosts in the game. So that's really nice to see. His jutsu is a 5 chakra cost, 4.1 attack in wisdom damage to one enemy, 70% chance of reducing attack for 5 turns and knocks them back. So the 5 chakra, 10 chakra is a big downfall for this unit, but you guys will see why in a little bit. Looking at his ultimate, it is a 10 chakra cost, 8 times attack in wisdom damage to all enemies in range, and 10% chance of dodging for 4 turns. That's really cool and all. Personally, you probably won't ever really be using him as a PvE unit, and so this ultimate jutsu becomes completely irrelevant because the chances are you're only going to be using him in PvP. And I'll show you guys why in a little bit. Here are his dupe abilities. As you can see, if you guys don't know what dupe abilities are, it is pretty much once you get multiple copies of that unit, you feed them in, and then you get these extra abilities. So overall, nothing too intense here. The dodging is pretty cancer for PvP, which you guys already know why. But yeah, so moving on, looking at his PvP stats. This is probably where you guys are going to see some usefulness in him in any way, I guess. His PvP HP is 24,920. That is pretty freaking low. That is nearing the lower end of things. Nearing the most of the time, well, it's like 50% of the time you will be getting one-shotted by a, what is he? Wisdom? By a bravery unit. So definitely be careful about that. But looking at his attack, it's 2682, not too bad. That's actually pretty decent. And his speed is actually 304 straight off the bat, so that's pretty intense. He is a fast unit, but he, like I said, will not be tanking too many hits. If, you know, multiple hits, then yeah, you don't really want to run him. But he is a pretty fast unit, so if you don't have really fast units, you can look into using him, but you just gotta know that he is kind of like a suicidal unit. A very useless unit, to be honest. Well, here's how I would run him, alright? I'd run him along with, let's say, a Curse Mark II Sasuke behind him. So then you do get that speed. Then instantly you switch out, assuming that you don't get hit first, because he isn't the fastest unit by any means. So chances are, if you are playing up in the Kage rankings, you are going to be hit first, so that kind of sucks. But I would switch out, get into my Sasuke and use his jutsu, and then on the second turn around, you're going to have to sacrifice him by switching out, using his first jutsu, and yeah. The 70% chance to reduce attack damage is pretty intense, so definitely be prepared for that. Chances are that is a really good move, but you are going to want to run him the first slot, the first left spot. So yeah, looking at Kushina, Vermilion Prayers, I don't know if I said that right, but 50 costs, same as Minato, so under 28 after a certain amount of dupes. Bravery unit, long range, HP is 1324 and attack is 1348. Like I said, another unit that chances are you probably won't be using in PvE, so you know, these are practically the same except for wisdom units, so that's pretty nice. These two do run well in PvE if you guys don't have the optimal teams. Looking at her first jutsu, it is a 4 chakra cost, 4.5 times attack in bravery damage to one enemy, 90% chance of immobilization for 1 turn. So that's really good. You're gonna see that run in PvP due to her speed, which is not too fast, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Looking at her ultimate, like I said, it isn't really worth it in any way to be using, but it is an 8 chakra cost, 12 times attack in bravery damage to one enemy and knocks them back, deals 15% chance, or 15 times instead if they're immobilized. So not gonna lie, that is a pretty intense, but if you were to look at her attack, it doesn't really do that much of an increase. You're doing about like, I don't really want to guess, but like I'll say like 17 to 18,000 damage. So it's nothing too crazy. So yeah. Moving on, looking at the dupe abilities, it reduces chance of being immobilized by 25%. That's really nice for PvP. Reduces chance of being sealed by 25%, also pretty good. And then the reduces damage by 15% from wisdom enemies, also a very good perk. But looking at her abilities, or her stats for PvP, you're gonna see that she is not as good. But looking at her HP, it is 23,832, so not too insane. Her attack is 2,157, that's cool. And then her PvP speed is 270, which is obviously slower than Minato and is about average to a little bit above average speed. But like I said, anything below 300 is just not really worth running top row, especially with that low amount of health. So yeah, that was a lot of talking. But yeah, looking at these, it's pretty, these units aren't the best units to run. But like I said, if you are into the collection purposes, it's okay. It's okay. Alright, so I used to go over these units and do kind of like a rating scale, and I'd tell you guys what I would rate them from 1 to 10. I'm going to be bringing that back, but we're going to be doing it for PvP also, so 2 ratings, I guess. So for PvE, this Minato, I'm going to say, now this is off the top of my head after just reading what I just read. For PvP, he's good. He has a pretty high attack, 19,000 straight off the bat. That's pretty insane. HP also is pretty on point. For PvE, I'm gonna say it's like a 6.5 out of 10, maybe even a 7, because, you know, it's not bad. Not bad by any means. I would actually recommend running him if you don't have the optimal units, but if you are free to play, I wouldn't recommend summoning just to get him. There are plenty of other better units on banners that will actually give you other really good units, so yeah. I wouldn't really recommend going out of your way trying to get him. So 6.5 for PvE, and I'm gonna say 6.5 for PvP also. I don't want to say he's not bad, but like he's not that good. Like I said, you know, I told you his weaknesses. So overall, 6.5 for both, I guess, if you guys allow me to say that. Looking at Kushina, PvE, long range attack and HP is pretty, I mean, it's okay, because she is a long range, but, you know. Field buddy skills are very useful. Jutsu, 90% chance of immobilizing for 1 turn. The 1 turn isn't that nice, but it is practically a guaranteed immobilization. 1 in 10 chance you are gonna fail, but you know, it's 90%. You should just give it to her. Looking at her ultimate, the whole 15 times, like I said, still doesn't do that much compared to other units. So I'm gonna say she is a 4.5 on the PvE list. And looking at her PvP stats, the immobilization, like I said, also is very nice. 90% chance, that's cool and all. Speed is above average. I'm gonna give her a 5 for PvP. And if you guys disagree, leave in the comments down below. I'll definitely look into it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys do like this series, leave a like down below. And yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a nice day.